about 163 million. We did believe that he would immediately institute ambulance service because it was a lady who was being transported to, I think, McLaren or Hurley, and because of the out county type ambulance services that the city had at that time, we believe her life could have been saved. So that was one of the big issues. I also told him about the Millionaires Club in order to help small business and entrepreneurs start businesses to create jobs. And I thought that he would put block grant money into that millionaires program, and we end up losing a lot of block grant money because he withheld it from viable organizations. And then I thought we would have a chief of police, and I thought that the police department would run a certain way. I thought since the city council had supported and helped him, that he would work with them. But what I seen, one of his first orders of business is, Mr. Barnett, during the campaign, and I can tell you because I was there day in and day out, he told those council people, I'm going to restore your pay as soon as I get there. And then he signed a resolution and sent them up to it to restore, sent it up to the council to restore their pay. And when they voted on them, to restore their pay based on the resolution he sent. Then over and over to this day, we see that he has put his legal team on them. He made that old council look bad for voting on something he did for them, and he reversed it. And so the people in the city say, well, why is the city council, the first thing they did was get their money back. They start voting council members out. He had set them up. So I bought into this guy being a fair man. It had nothing to do with money for me either, but the money was good. I was out of work, don't get me wrong. But I had to break away from that. I think this guy liked me. I know that I had helped him, and I thought he was going to help the city. So I'm like you. I want to just knock down the rumor that people have in their mind about me. I'm not angry or upset about something other than the fact that somebody fooled me.
You're right.
And I bought into their ideas. I'm like you, Mr. Barnett. Get away from that. Let's get back to fixing the city.
Right. There you go. That's right. That's exactly what my insight is to get people to come together. We got to have people, to come together and make the city better, And we can do it by working together.
I know we can do it.
I know we can, yeah. And that's going to be, hopefully, in the near future, we're going to have people coming together. And you mentioned it earlier, maybe we will have to demonstrate or whatever.
Well, I know if I was going to run for mayor right now, and I say this to the people who've thrown their hat in the ring. It's a little early for me to decide who I'm going to support.
Right.
I know who I'm not going to support, but it's a little early for me to say who I will support. But I'm looking for a candidate. If I can't get you to do it, I don't know if I'll do it, Mr. Barnett, but we're going to keep messing with you, and we'll keep messing with other community leaders, and we're going to try to get a candidate in the race. But the candidate that I'm looking for, I would like to see a candidate who comes out, because it's bigger than one man. If I was going to be mayor, it's bigger than me. Like you say, it's about really fixing this community. I would come out, and when I announce my candidacy, I would try my best, if not at the same time, but in a short time after announcing, I would tell you who my city administrator was going to be. I would tell you who my chief of police was going to be. I would tell you who my fire chief, my city attorney, and I would create a department, because you have about 21 appointees when you're the mayor. and I might put you, Mr. Barnett, as my director over community groups. And so that's an office that I would create, because that's a vital office, reaching out to the crime watchers and block clubs. And you need sometime a director to be the liaison between the mayor's office and the police department as well. And so I would name all of these appointees. And because we know the city very well, I've told some other people this in a meeting that we had behind the scenes as we were trying to look for a consensus candidate. It's bigger than one man. And I think you can judge that man based upon the people that he or she puts around them in order to run this city. And I mean, I could throw out some names, and then I could throw out some specific names of people who could run certain departments. I'll use for an example, it was an officer, he left the Flint Police Department. His name is Alvern Locke. And Alvern Locke, in my opinion, would be my pick in this community right now for chief of police. And I think he could help pull that department back together. If I couldn't convince Inez Brown to run for mayor, and I wish she would, I think she could bring some dignity, and because of her experience with Senator Regal's office and federal government, Clinton's administration, she served as the clerk. I think she could put the people around her. If I was the mayor and she didn't want to run, I would make her my city administrator and let her run part of the city from that angle. But I think that's what you got to do. You got to put you a group of people around you. I see Scott Kincaid has thrown his hat in the ring, and I would still wait to see who he would announce that he would put around. But most candidates, they don't announce their cabinet. You don't know what they look like until after they get there. And that's what we found out with Williamson. He's appointed some characters, and he's put some of the wrong people around him, and he got rid of some of us who could have helped him in order to make him a better mayor. And it's too late now. We're in the 4th year. So I just wanted to say that sometime you can judge a man or a woman based upon the cabinet and staff and the quality of people of who they put around.
Well, birds of a feather flock together.
No. You didn't say birds of a feather flock together.
Just sum it up in those words. You know, basically, that's what you want. You want to get someone that believe in what you believe in, and I think that's what happened. See, most of the people don't have millions of dollars. Millions of dollars is what motivate the Flint City cabinet.
Okay.
You know.
So the dollars is motivating the cabinet.
I'm rich. But what is that doing for all of the citizens? I don't care how rich you are. That's not doing anything for the city or citizens of the city. You know, I don't even want to hear about how much money you got. But what are you doing for the city? Paving streets? I mean, you know, that's not good enough. You know, we got to do something which we already had in place, you know, with Officer Green, building a relationship among the people and working with the people, like the crime race, for instance. I don't know, the 4th of July. All of that was organized, the street patrolling and stuff like that, that was organized by Officer Green.
So you back to the role that he's played in your relationship